Ah, dear, I'm back. No, I haven't been watching The Shining lately. I really need to change that intro. the I'm back. Oh, sorry, I'm not back. New Music Fridays. That was done by. There's a few of us that got together around the mic, and I said, try and make it sound exciting. That's as exciting as it got. So I think I might have to change that. Look, New Music Friday, it's not just New Music Fridays. It is Tracey Talks, and we've got so much going on today on the site. Oh, my God, do you know it's a new month? That means lots of featured artists, brand new featured artists up today, which I'll briefly run through. I'm just going to play a couple of the new music tracks that we've got up, and I'm going to play a little bit from our latest podcast, our Guest Talks podcast with Bob James. But for now, let's kick it right off with the very first new music, I guess, the new music track that we're going to play is from Faith and Harry. Now, they've got another single out, and if those guys who have been following the journey of Faith and Harry will know that they're a brother and sister duo, and they have you can actually see them step by step progressing, and it's really, really it's exciting to watch this and to see and hear how they're growing. I'm actually really, really impressed with this track. I think Faith has done an amazing job on her vocal. I can hear her growing. So take a listen. This is their brand new single out today. It's called Just Be There. So there you go. Now, just don't forget that Faith and Harry are only 13 years old and 11 years old. I think Harry must be playing on the piano. And there you go. So good luck to them, because I think, like I said, I think they are going to go a long way. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about two guys they're called Vix 20. They've got a brand new single out called Digital Age. And the funny thing is with these guys, they've actually been in the music industry before, and they had enough of all the, I don't know, what do you want to say? The music industry, sort of rubbish that goes on, I guess. And it's really strange because apparently CJ was very angry about making this a commercial release. I'm not sure what the story is behind this, but look, I've got a little bit of information anyway on the site, but take a listen to this. I think it's a really, really cool track. It's called Digital Age by Vix 20, and the guys are Mills and CJ. Here they are.
Round and round the bend, my journey sends on coming.
feel like I should be on the beach dancing. It's kind of one of those tracks, you know. In fact, I reckon Struthy might like that one. Next, we're moving along with a guy called Dara. His actual name isn't Dara, of course. He's born in Dublin, Ireland. His name is Dara J. Brady. And what's really interesting about this is that he was signed to EMI in Australia and Festival. That he had some hits quite a few years ago, and I was signed with Festival. How about that? Well, it's a small world. Anyway, listen to Dara. This is his brand new single called Phenomenal. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. I can see myself dancing on the beach with that. And actually, no. Can we just remove that terrible vision? Past those days. Look, we have also an amazing guest talks feature up now this month. It's been a little bit late in coming because I've had a few Mac issues, but I spoke with the legend of jazz, Mr. Bob James. He was actually discovered by Quincy Jones back in the 60s, and I asked him a few questions. I asked him a lot of questions, but here's one I asked about how things changed for him after Quincy Jones introduced him to a lot of other people, and this is what he had to say.
It was a very gradual process, Tracy, and I can still remember a lot of being nervous about whether I could keep up, because I was ambitious in moving to New York right away out of college, and I wanted to try my hand, but I realized that the competition in the big city was pretty heavy, and it was a number of years before I ever got really that much significant work. But I stayed with it, and little by little I met various people, and of course Quincy at the beginning was really helpful in introducing me to a lot of people, and I eventually got the job as music director for Sarah Vaughan, the great jazz singer, and I toured with her back in the 1960s, and just having that as a badge helped me be accepted. And in the early 1970s, another helpful time for Quincy Jones, he called me to play on an album of his called Walking in Space.
Yeah, so I also asked him a few other things, including if he had any advice for artists, and this is what he had to say. What advice would you give to artists that are either just starting out or who have been with it for, let's say, 10 years? A lot of them feel like they... Mm-hmm. I mean, have you ever been in a stage where you feel like, oh, you know, I can't do this anymore, or did you just keep pushing?
Well, in my case, I kept pushing. I'm glad I did. It's been a really great life, and I've had a chance to do an awful lot of stuff. And looking back on my life and career, I never considered anything else. A lot of people when I was in college were talking about a plan B, do something else that was more conventional or more predictable in the way of making a living. And certainly the music business is not predictable in that way. But even though I've had a good life with no complaints, I've also seen a lot of extremely talented people that for one reason or another, either luck wasn't going their way or timing wasn't right, and they've struggled to make it professionally. And very often I have kind of developed what is, it may seem a little bit brutal, but I generally tend to recommend don't do it. Don't get in this business, period.
Yeah.
Stay out of it.
Yes. So, listen, you've got to check in with more of what he said. He said quite a bit more after that. So, again, that's on our Guest Talks page on the site. Plus, it's on Spreaker and iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Yeah, but you can find it on the site. It was a great interview, I've got to say. I loved it. I loved speaking with him. Anyway, look, I would love to put the featured artists up and a couple of their tracks for this week, since it is the last Friday of the month, which means we have new featured artists up on the site. But I'm going to leave that for next week. I would love to play their tracks, like I said. But just to let you know, we do have other pages. We have the interview page, which is conducted by Andrew Mullen. He conducts some interviews from various artists around the world. And this week he's conducted an interview from Dark Universe. They're a band from Perth. And we also have a brand new Teen Talks interview up by Danielle Haskell. She's done another one for us this week, and it's fantastic, by 15-year-old. Yeah, she's 15, Lane Lonero. So I'm going to play two of their tracks now. First one is Dark Universe with Weight of the World, followed by Lane's track called Little Girl in Me.
She always says age is just a number. She loves to dance, she loves to sing. She can find the good in most anything, but you don't stand a chance with her at poker. Her wrinkles show where her smile has been. She says, live long enough, you just might become a kid again. She might be my grandmother. In her heart she's climbing trees. She never tells my mother.
Oh my God, seriously, the talent is insane. It's just insane. Look, I'm going to wrap it up for this week, although for those of you who know about the competition that we have running, it's now stopped, and that was about winning 2 items in the store. The winner I was going to announce today, but as you would already know, this is pre-recorded. Yes, no, it's not live, so I'm doing this, before I've actually pulled the winner out. However, the winner will be announced on the store Facebook page. So you can go there and tune in to see who won the 2 items of their choice on the store. That's on the store Facebook page. So it's thestore.musictalks.xyz. Surely you can remember that. Don't forget, we also have up on the site music reviews from the Ghostly Beard. Now, I tried finding the track to the latest review he did this week, and I just couldn't get hold of it, which, I know, shame on me. But I will make sure that we have something to play next week from one of his music reviews as well. Don't forget, we've got music reviews up too. But for now, I'm saying see you later. I got this done in about almost 15 minutes. That's why I spoke so quickly, because I just had so much to share with you. Anyway, it's another week for me, and over and out. I will see you guys next week.
Tracey Arvon. Music Talks XYZ.